All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, speed gaming fans. I'm WXFan21. I'm alongside the fantastic Slam on Tracking. And we're here. We're ready to get things started. I hope you all are ready as well, because it is time. It is time to get things started. We're hanging out. We're having a blast.
Usually if I'm just
I hope you all too. So, the gate's been dropped. The racers are ready. This is GDW versus CupHolder. Still getting used to the new layout.
Okay, right door. Yeah, right door first, I would say.
We're working on audio sync up here, folks. Folks, for those of you wondering what's going on, this is our Metroid tournament. So this is our round robin format, and round robin's going to allow for, well, I'll say this, some fun stuff. It's medium normal settings. The top racer in each of our 8 groups is going to qualify for the hard tricky bracket, which will only have 8 racers. The rest will be in our medium normal. It's the best we came up with for this Metroid tournament. And look, I joked with the racers at the start, may you find Grav early and Varia be behind Croc. Well, they found Grav early. Gravity for CupHolder. It's a good way to get things started. Make sure you hang out and say hello to Slam in chat. Sorry about that. I am currently working on getting stuff set and prepped. Not bad. Getting stuff recropped and whatnot. We'll be tweaking this as we get things started. So, CupHolder's gonna hang out here and have a grand old time. Found his way into Meridia. Now, GDW is gonna make his way on back to go get his gravity suit. By the way, our mentors for these racers are Sunroof Armor for GDW and Wordsayer for CupHolder. Now, if you're out there and you want to become a mentor, you play a lot of map rando, maybe not as competitive, but you want to help out some new people in the community, we're always accepting new mentors. Feel free to put !SMMR mentor in the chat to join the Discord. We'll get you hooked up with the role. Your tournament admins for this event are myself, Sinith, and Wordsayer, as well as Aussie101. Here we go. First, missiles acquired for CupHolder. We get some explosives. Making with the going boom boom early. These pancakes hit hard. There's the Meridia entrance for the side of GDW. Shout out to Sineth. This is his brainchild. I did say during the last tournament that if there was any interest in a mentor tournament, I'd be more than happy to help. Well, here I am. Anthony's already giving me you-know-what in chat. Listen, to my knowledge, those enemies are referred to in the community as pancakes. So, what do you want from me? I did have some nice barbecue tonight, though. Oh, that was delicious. Pulled pork, burnt ends. Pretty good. Here's your food talk. Now on to the race. Quick safety save here from CupHolder. Bum bum. Okay. Down to the... This is right side sand pit. There's explosives. Big find early. Gravity does make this other right side item logical as well, and there's our regular missiles. Okay. I like these plays here from the racers so far. You get 5 of every piece of ammunition. CupHolder really needs to farm here off the back of these bugs. 45, headed to the map room. Okay. Dragon is right there to the right. You've got at least 1 major at Bryn Reserve. You've got another major down there as well. A couple of missiles and another X. You got Croc Speedway. And 2 more majors to the upper right. And of course your double North Air doors. So... You did see CupHolder take the revert there. I'm not the biggest fan of that revert. There is this major over here. We got those super missiles that were here in Batoon Hallway. And it does look like that's a... That looks like fishing hole? Didn't get a good look at the map, but it looks like fishing hole. It's either fishing hole or pit pirates. Because we already saw pit pirates. And it is pit pirates. Okay. So, remember that CupHolder reverted out of those power bombs. Keep in mind. Blocked by Dre. True. Oh my goodness. 7 energy left. Can't take any other missteps here. I'd blow up this last seahorse with the super. Varia! Bang! Double suit. I'd take my time here. CupHolder gets out with Varia. I'd be racing back on up to take a safety save. But it's all the way back there. I'd go grab that safety save if at all possible. Farm these enemies here for a little energy. Beautiful Varia suit acquired for CupHolder. You're seeing GDW now take that same safety save as well. Gonna go tank for the map. Gonna see the same lock by Dre. Meridian music. So unfortunately, is not a situation you want to be in if you're a cup holder. You know where everything else is right now. You know where those power bombs are, but you can't get them. Dragon locks them. Hit by the Poyo, grabs a little extra energy. Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth we go today. Go today. Back and forth we go today. Da-da-da-da, back and forth. Oh, so cool. We go back and forth. Right, chat? Wake up. Back to Norfair for cup holder. Our logical explosives have to be here somewhere. Maybe Slam's hiding them somewhere. Whee! Let's see what's over here. Samus-Eater room. Boom, boom. Okay, this is pre-halfy room. And another nice safety save here. Through lava bat room into... Well, this needs to be something big. Ooh, it is. It is screw attack, but nicely done. Screw attack, screw attack. Got that screw attack. Do 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 do. Screw attack. Do do do. Hi, Mother Brian. Still looking for explosives. Back in a Meridia. Screw attack is going to unlock pit pirates. So this makes logical sense to me. Chat, does it make logical sense to you? Pit pirate screw attack. This should be something bombs. Yup. Bombs make sense since we don't have explosives yet. $20 in, we don't have regular missiles or power bombs yet, logically.
Hellway. Yeah, that's fine. It's only a Metroid. They're not like Metroids. You do want to like try to get to the bottom.
Gonna have to switch to CupHolder.
And drop to the bottom.
Further reminder for all racers, if you please mute yourselves on stream along with your mentors. Be greatly appreciated. Alright. First missile pack of the seed here from jail. There's the power bombs for CupHolder. And charge beam acquired. So charge plus power bombs plus missiles. You love to see it. And an E-tank. Back into Norfair we go. Worth noting, Dragon's still not in logic. Far away from it. We do know Fantoon is somewhere. Thought we found the Fantoon map station early on. And we did. It is here in Norfair. So this is a very winnable Fantoon fight, and that is exactly what CupHolder's going to do. You got charge, you got 5 missiles. You got 5 supers. Hello, Fantoon, you rude space elephant. I don't know what we call an elephant. I mean, it doesn't really look like an elephant. It's like a giant floating blob. Some really nice dopplers here, though, from the side of CupHolder. Gaming 2, welcome in. We appreciate you here. Hope the mentor race over there was good. I'm WXFan21 along with Slam347 here on tracking. Slam the Fantastic. This is GDW versus CupHolder. Group D round robin game. Medium normal settings here in the round robin tournament. Sunwoo Farmer mentoring GDW in this race. Wordsayer mentoring CupHolder. This will be the first boss down here for CupHolder. Precious room found. So he's gonna try to get through. Might have to gravity jump to get out of here, though. Fantoon has been defeated. GDW still missing logical progression here. The logical progression was Morph, Grav, Varia. Nice gravity jump. And then Grav, Varia led into Screw Attack, which allowed you to go to Pit Pirates to get bombs. And then from bombs, you went to get your Charge Beam, your first E-Tank, and your Power Bombs. What's the second major gonna be? I'm gonna guess it's something like Ice. Oh, it's the Wave Beam. We saw it already. GDW has it. La 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 do 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 do. So GDW does not have that Wave Beam at the moment. Had to give it back. It's a rough one for GDW. The logic of this, not fun. Back into Meridia we go. And this time, it's time to gravity jump. Multiple majors here inside of the northeast of Meridia. And both of these racers, mentees, obviously everyone participating here in this tournament are mentees. Missiles. Another E-Tank. Or a reserve. Okay, 2 E-Tanks. I love Metroid tournaments. The amount of just help you can give to new racers is amazing. Remember we did this a year or two ago for the Metroid Prime 1 Metroid tournament. Got a lot of great racers out of it. It was full. Like, we had to turn away people. We had like 32 participants. We had mentors that were stretched thin, helping out as many people as they could. A couple of amazing racers popped out of that tournament in terms of become mainstays in general top-tier racing. Sometimes all people need are a shot. They just need that little bit of hand-holding, a little bit of guidance, if you will. Boots! Das Boots. X-ray room. Baser! Or for you other folks, a Spazier beam. And unfortunate death for GDW there. Does have the safety save. Gonna go grab these missiles over here for CupHolder. Weird enough, for 28 minutes in, we have not gotten a lot of ammunition so far. It's a weird loop. It's Volcano. Varia's not going to be bad. I want the boots. So I'd absolutely do this. Screw Attack puts Metroids into logic. Screw Attack can bounce him right off Samus. This is Metroid Room 3. CupHolder gets through it, no problem, into Volcano Room. No problem here for CupHolder. Varia Gravity, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Here's the thing about Croc Escape. The only way for CupHolder to do this room logically is an infinite bomb jump. And I believe infinite bomb jumps are hard logic unless it's been moved. I am not a fan of IBJs. CupHolder looking good, though. Gotta be careful, though. Tip-tap to the left. Nicely done! Let's get some hype in the chat for CupHolder. Beautiful IBJ. Nice, Crescents. I did not realize that. I always thought IBJ was something locked in hard logic, but it's quite possible certain sets could be allowed in medium. Alright. CupHolder is got his majors. Now, Dragon is technically possible. I wouldn't advise it. Aussie says IBJ has to start from the ground and go about as high jump boots for medium. So boots then, with that being the case, not in logic for CupHolder. But again, we're not going to say no to boots. Just because it's not in logic doesn't mean you can't do it if you can do it. And there's the first E-Tank for GDW. Also, Aussie, it's good to see you, my friend. Hope you've been well, buddy. Thank you for doing comms for that SG2 race. Right. The start to this siege rather been something else. It's been confined to 2 sectors. It's been confined to Norfair, and it's been confined into Meridia here. Now, GDW still looking for that Varia suit. We know what Varia is. Unfortunately for GDW, he does not. Be careful not to go down crumbles here too fast. Near space jump. Jumping off the pipe's a notable strat. Yep. There you go. So, pretty interesting what we're seeing here from CupHolder. Gonna get some more miners. Ooh, supers. I like supers. Any super missile fans in chat? Ones for super missile fans. I know I am a fan of supers. Down goes the tank. You see GDW looking for that next major. Yeah, we know exactly where that major is. It's actually very close to him. There you go, GDW. Now he's gonna find that Varia. There you go. That's gonna open things up for GDW now. And now with that grapple beam in hand, it's time for a Dragon fight. Bum 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 banana. I got a question for you all. Who likes crispy fried shrimp? Whipped. Whipped. Be careful. Doesn't go for the backup strat there. Needs the jump. CupHolder's not getting the jump early enough. You gotta jump up a little bit faster. There it is. Gets it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, how are you identify? If you act right now, head on over to DragonFriedShrimp.com. You can order one crispy fried shrimp package, complete with tartar sauce, and of course, our lovely coleslaw, all for $33.95. Act right now and you can get the second platter completely for free, only for the first 10 customers. It's a joke. That's not actually a website, DragonFriedShrimp.com. It doesn't exist. It's a joke. It's a bit. Slim says that they got fried shrimp and sweet potatoes with some udon. Ooh. I do love some sweet potatoes. Back up toilet, and now into Torian. Finally. Out of Meridia and Norfair, into Torian now. Finds Green Bryn Shaft. Playing with the Edacoons, finds more missiles. 2 bosses left to find. Ridley and Kraid. Oh, that... Wow. That map is so far over there, it's brutal. Taking a quick save here. Chat, save early, save often. E-Tank. There's our map. And it's small. One major way up there. I do believe I saw a Britain connector. Chat, what do we say about Bryn? What do you all say about Bryn? Okay. Ice beam and a power bomb. Nice finds. There's your Zeb skip. Nice E-tank. Just missed the jump. Nice tight mock ball. Good recovery. Getting some more of these miners. Don't exactly have a lot of ammo, so it'll be 30 and... What do we got? Supers? Yeah. 30 and 15. Another reserve tank. Looks like CupHolder is gonna head to the wreck ship. All right. CupHolder apparently wants nothing to do with the wreck ship, but is headed back to Meridia. I'm confused. Why? What's here? Why? I am confused by this play. Was there something in Torian, not in Torian, but Norfair that I missed? What did I miss? I don't quite get it. Oh my goodness, the other bosses were over at Norfair. Okay then, that's why they're here. That'll do it. Alright, here comes the plays for both Ridley and Craig. And then it's going to be a playback or Mother Brain. Here we go. It's Ridley time. You got the PRKD beam. You've got 25 supers. Should be no problem for Mr. CupHolder. Meanwhile, for GDW, you can see the thought process playing out here. Where do we go? Listening to his mentor Sunwoo in this race. Trying to figure out where to go. Playing out the logic, the tricks, everything else needed to get to certain places. Though it did look like GDW took an unfortunate reset there. Has to go all the way back to get his warrior again. Ridley should be pretty much done here. Nicely done. Folks, give these races a follow! Exclamation point R on the Twitch chat, exclamation point C to follow the commentary and tracking team. We appreciate you all being here. Push the buttons, do the things. Now becomes an interesting routing decision. Yeah, it's a lot faster to route out of here. Dun 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 dun. Best music in the game. Oh, gotta get through Leodox to get to Kraid? That's just rude. Slam, wouldn't you agree? Lower Norfair is the best music, Slam, but getting through Leodox is brutal. No quick grade kill there. Yep, no quick grade kill. Missed the setup. Leodox is so bad. CupHolder sick and tired of waiting for Kraid to open his mouth and stop wasting supers, so I like it. It's a wise play. Now to go back through Leodox. Do. Up the walls he goes, Super Bowl jumping goes CupHolder. All bosses down for CupHolder. Now just has to head back to Mother Brain. Alright, here we go. Mother Brain. It's upper right Norfair, I believe. To get back to Precious Room now. The racers are gonna high five in Green Hill Zone. Right, here we go. Back to the Samacita room. Alright, Twitch chat, you know what time it is. It's time for the Escape Timer guessing game. Get your guesses in the Twitch chat of what you think the Escape Timer is going to be. Remember, this is medium logic, so it's not going to be as tight as hard. And Mother Brain and the ship are in the same region. I am going to go 2 minutes flat. Nicely done. Gets the zip skip. CupHolder's gotta be careful. You can't take hits. Getting so close. Meatball ketchup avoided. Oh, she just gets through. Nice enough. Yo, what's the escape timer? 1 minute and 10 seconds. Wow. It's apparently a shorter route back than I thought. Through pre-aqueduct. That's why it was 1 minute and 10 seconds. A lot quicker route back to the ship than I thought. And that'll be it. CupHolder defeats GDW here in this race. GG's. Nicely done. GG's CupHolder. We'll wait for CupHolder and Words to come on in and do a little post-game interview. And here's our winner.
Hello, hello.
GG's.
Yeah.
GG's.
That was such a jet.
Congratulations, CupHolder.
How about that
Yeah.
no objective seed though?
Right? All the bosses in one zone except for Dre, which is connected to the to North
Yeah.
Air, basically.
I didn't realize that the other two bosses were that far to the east of Norfair. I never saw the map that long enough to realize that. I'm like, okay, why? I don't understand the Norfair play. Why the heck are you not going all the way over to Wreck Ship? Why are you not going to Berserk? Oh,
Yep.
where the boss is at.
Yep. We saw that because we had the conversation before, because I ask every time, like, what's your Ridley loadout? Like, what loadouts are you comfortable with on Ridley? And it's like, as soon as we saw the bosses, I'm looking at our equipment. I'm like, technically this is go mode, but this is a really hard Ridley fight. So we need to find either plasma or more supers or something to make that like a safe Ridley attempt. And yeah, we ended up finding ice, which was
The
Zep
fact
Skip.
that you
and,
found those last couple of supers on the way there was kind of clutch.
Yeah, we were gambling on that
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, after we got so many power bombs in a row, I was like, "It's surely we just go for those supers, and if not, I just struggle through the Ridley fight."
Understandable.
Yeah, it's just so much harder with charge. I mean, by the time we had, like just the full non-plasma combo, like it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just hoping for more supers. That a super fight is just always the easy way to go.
Hmm.
What did you think at the beginning of the scene? Because you got Grav early. You're welcome. Varia was not behind Croc. Sorry. But
Dang it.
what did you think of the early gravity? We saw a lot of water rooms early. We also saw a lot of heat early. So you ended up tanking for the map station, and we saw the first missiles and first power bombs, and then the map was like, haha, no.
Yep.
Yeah, I was not expecting the return to be Dre.
Yeah. I was ready for it to just be a dead end with no return route. I was not expecting that to be the way it did it.
Understandable.
Yeah. Yeah. I just couldn't find how to do power bombs. Where did we end up getting them? Was that
It was Bryn Reserve Room.
Oh yeah, that's right. So
yeah,
we
had
had to
do the
go
awkward
get
loop. Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. That was
Yeah,
something
screw
else.
attack into bombs, into power bombs, which is the step looks like GDW is on right now, which, by the way, I'm pretty sure this was logic, but it's stupid.
Yeah,
Flower House on like no way to kill the things. It's just like, what? This is so rude.
So
I
not
think this
only
is something.
that, I
Mhm.
mean, just, you speak about logic words. The early logic in the seed was really strange because it had you going back and forth from Meridia to Norfair. So leaping much as we welcome in GDW and Sun, who will get to you guys in just a second. But you think of, you get your morph, okay, that's easy. We need it early. You get your grav early, and then it's like, well, now we're flying up and down between two sectors, going, where are we supposed to go? And the key there was the super missiles. CupHolder, by tanking for the map early, you got the information of, hey, I can get to that major because of that super door. And then it ended up being Varia. And Varia able to let you get back here to get screw attack, which then led you to bombs, which then led you to charge, which then led you to, it was just a very interesting logic chain, but there was so much back and forth between these two sectors. Cup, how did you end up handling that?
The thing that really confused me was the not having bombs or explosives. Like, mostly we just kind of, I feel like we exhausted all our options, and then we're just like, okay, I guess I just got to go all the way back to Norfair to find what was eventually be screw attack. I figured surely it'd be bombs, and then actually seeing a major in pit room always kind of like tips me off that screw attack is somewhere, but you never know.
That is not where I expected it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, GDW and Sunwoo, sorry, I'm going to cut you off. We want to get them in on the conversation. Welcome on in.
Thanks.
GG's, guys.
GG's.
Yeah, good game. That was fun.
Yes.
GDW, I got to give you a lot of credit. Like, one thing I was talking a little bit about on stream too was we saw you with a lot of pause timers, and I could kind of tell you were trying to think through some of the logic. Where's this next? Where am I supposed to go next? Type of deal. You guys were hunting for Varia for about good 20-30 minutes, which I don't blame you. The biggest difference, and we kind of had this before you guys got in here. CupHolder tanked for the map in Meridia.
Yeah.
And then reset after it was Drake unlocked. So
Yep,
GDW,
I've done a lot of
overall with the seed, what did you think? Because I just asked Cup this, and Words kind of commented on it, but I'll leave this to you, GDW and Sunwoo. You can chime in here too. What did you think about the early logic of that seed, the constant North Phantom Meridia type of logic?
I feel like it did kind of boggle my mind a little bit. Just trying to get a sense of direction of where the team wants me to go.
Of course. Now, when you found
Yeah.
Varia, did everything kind of make sense from like where you were supposed to go next?
Kind of. It took me a little bit to piece it together.
Okay. But again, that's the whole
Yeah.
reason why we have this, right? Like Sunwoo Words is the whole reason of this mentor tournament, right? It's to have mentors like yourselves help out the mentees. This is a whole learning process. It's not meant to be this, oh my goodness, we get a $50,000 prize pool on the line, and you're competing against Oats and Eddie and Words and Sunwoo and
$50,000?
That ain't happening.
Yeah, imagine Oats and Eddie having $50,000 to compete
somewhere
for.
Oats and Eddie's
Walk
ears
away.
has just perked up $50,000. What?
What?
What? Since when?
But again, that's the whole purpose of why we have these mentors. It's the learning
Yeah.
process, right? And these aren't elimination games. These are placements.
Right.
This is working through the logic. And by having this, and I'm sure Sunwoo and Words, you guys have done this, but one thing I love doing, and I've seen Spiffy Thomas do this a lot, open the spoiler log, understand the logic of how the seed generated it. I love looking at that kind of stuff because it gives you a fresh perspective on how the seed was generated.
Yep. Every time I learn something new in logic, it's because I looked at the spoiler because I'm like, I don't understand what happened here. And then I'm like, oh, that's what it wanted. Okay, that's weird.
And then
There's so
talking
many times
through it.
where
Go ahead, Cup. Go ahead.
there's so many times where I thought I followed the logic of a seed pretty well, and then I opened the spoiler log and I actually broke logic, or I totally missed
Exactly.
something, or like I'm always so surprised at what it intended versus what I did.
But that's the beauty of it, right? And like we kind of saw you, Cup, at one point go get those high jump boots, and then I'm like, I don't think this was in logic, because the only way you can get to it is with bomb
Oh,
jumping.
that one. Yeah.
You
that's,
didn't
that's what
have-
I did. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
See, you didn't have space jump before you got high jump. So Aussie was chatting about it, Anthony was chatting about it, I was chatting about it. We're trying to figure out, was those boots logical prior to space jump? We didn't see space at that time. But then you ended up getting Space Cup, and it's like, oh, well, okay, that's how you get boots. But just because you're competing in a medium normal or a hard tricky, if you can do something that's going to get you an advantage in the race, if you don't think it's going to ridiculously break logic on a seed, do it. Nothing's stopping you. But like you're saying, Words, it's like, Words and Cup, it's like, oh, but that's how the seed wanted it to go? What?
See, logic and randomizers are like
Suggestions.
walls in many speedrunning games. It's just suggestions.
Well,
Walls are just suggestions.
unless you needed that screw attack in order to get bombs, and then
Yeah.
you're sort of hard locked with everything, and you just have to
That was
follow
the
the
logic.
logic of the seed.
Yep.
That
Yeah.
was the logic. It was morph, grab, supers,
Yep.
Varia, screw attack, back to bombs, then to charge, then to, I think it was wave. And it was weird because
Oh yeah.
you're not getting power
But-
bombs to after you get some of these majors.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
you
you
can get
could
them
have.
if you want to do a 5 missile Dragon fight.
No.
Yeah, you could have got
Absolutely not.
PBs. You could have got PBs like super early, super early then.
I would have smacked Dragon upside its head.
But yeah, I don't think
If
I would have
Words
walked
wasn't
in
there
that fight
coaching.
with no tanks.
I would have just gone for it. I tried one time for it.
Yeah.
It would have wasted so much time, but I think it would have been. Imagine if I'd gotten it.
The first map rando seed I ever did was a basic tricky. And I didn't know enough. I was just, getting into commentary for map rando stuff then. And I didn't realize it until I think it was his beardness kind of came in, and I'm like, I soft locked myself. I had to force my way through a Dragon fight that was not logical. So I got a lot of Dragon practice.
Yeah.
Because I was too stubborn and I didn't have a pivot save prior to that one way. Oops. And then, wait for it, because Rando's gonna Rando. What did I do before I came up with the save early, save often saying? I beat Dragon, I got out, and then I took a death and had to go rebeat Dragon again.
Yep.
Rando is going to Rando. But again,
Indeed
by
it
doing
is.
stuff like that, you get practice in. It's one way of understanding the logic. You can go, oh, this is kind of a... That's why we keep saying one ways and soft locking. Because you recognize that, like, can I do this and not lock myself out somewhere? Or do I have a safety save set up where I can pivot back and get out of this? And this is the whole purpose of why this tournament is here. Practice, 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 and let's have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on top of that, I was telling words before, but I've just been so grateful for all of the mentors and everybody organizing the tournament, the admins and everybody. Like, I've had so much fun doing this tournament, and it's like the perfect time for me when I'm trying to learn map randos. I've just been like super grateful of everybody trying to make this work.
Cool. Well, we appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words. And this is I said it during the broadcast. When I was commentating something during the winter tournament, I'm like, we should do a map race, we should do a mentor tournament. And I don't know if Syneth was on comms with me or someone else was, and we started spitballing back and forth. I'm like, if this ever becomes a thing, I want in. And then Syneth took the idea and he ran with it, and words came in on it, and it's been team effort by them ever since. And my job's kind of easy. I get to do back admin work and make sure stuff gets scheduled, nothing breaks, and we get plenty of volunteers. It's been a real team effort, so thank you for the kind words. We appreciate you, CupHolder, and you, GDW. Let's face it, being mentees, participating in a race, a tournament, rather than just practice, right? That takes a lot of courage, it takes a lot of effort, and it can be nerve-wracking. I mean, when Divine and I had our showcase last season, still nerve-wracking. So, and then there's just little tiny things that you see during races that really add up to success and learning experiences. So, we'll wrap here. Let's go to GDW for final thoughts. CupHolder, we'll go to you next. Then I'll leave it to Sunwoo in words. And I'll wrap things up and get us on out of here. So, GDW, take it away.
Thank you to all the admins for putting this on. Thank you to Words and Sunwoo Farmer being wonderful mentors. Thank you to GG's CupHolder. Wishing you the best. And that's all from me.
Yeah, good luck on your other races.
I think Cup kind of said his final thoughts earlier too.
Oh, true.
Yeah, that's
Sunwoo
true.
Farmer.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks everybody. Thanks GDW for being mentee and really showing some good effort the last few days, and really trying to get into this. And it's awesome. GG's CupHolder as well, and GG's words. Thanks for comms, WX as always, and tracking Slam, or Slam for tracking. Yeah. Thank you, Speed Gaming, for putting this on. And Syneth, our main...
the main man behind the scenes.
Yep, main man behind the scenes. That's it.
Yep. Yeah, GG's again to both of you. All three of you, I should say. Thank you, Sunwoo, for joining me as a mentor on this race. I have a blast doing this, so... yeah, I'm grateful to everyone for participating and helping me, and Syneth and WX and Aussie. I'll put this on. Yeah, huge shout out to Syneth. I have been doing a lot, but the lion's share of making this thing happen has been Syneth.
Yep.
I feel like I get more attention to this because I'm doing more mentoring and coaching for this sort of thing, so people hear my voice a lot more, probably. But like Syneth has been doing the lion's share of making this tournament happen. I'm just kind of along for the ride and helping out wherever Syneth needs it. So huge shout outs to him for making this happen. I think it's a great thing we're putting together.
Agreed. Wonderful words from the mentees and the mentors. Folks, that's going to do it for us here tonight. Let me get you a little preview of what's coming tomorrow. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, Potato versus Mulfok. That's a Group G matchup. And then at 3 p.m. Eastern, it's going to be Empath versus Cold Slayer. Those are the only two games on the docket for tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern and 3 p.m. Eastern. With that being said, for GDW, CupHolder, Sunwoo Farmer Wood Sayer, and of course our amazing tracker Slam, I'm WXFan21, saying we will see you next mission. Latest, peoples.